Welcome to the lecture on game theory module 3. In this module, we will discuss graphical method for solving a game of type m by 2. We will also see how can we transform a game problem into a LPP and then finding the solution of the game by simplex method. We will also discuss iterative method for finding an approximate solution of game problem. Let us now discuss the graphical method for solving a m by 2 game. The algorithm for solving the game using graphical method is as follows. Let the probabilities of two alternatives of the player B who has two pure strategies are Q1 and Q2, where Q2 equal to 1 minus Q1. Then B's expected payoff for each of the pure strategies of A is EI Q1 equal to AI1 Q1 plus AI2 Q2, which can be simplified as AI1 minus AI2 Q1 plus AI2 I equal to 1 to up to m, and Aij's are the elements of B's payoff matrix. We draw the line segments for the expected payoffs between the two vertical lines unit distance apart. These line segments represent B's expected payoff due to A's pure moves. For player B, the objective is to minimize the maximum expected loss. Therefore, the lowest point of the intersection of the loss lines in the upper envelope represents the minimax value of the game for player B. The two strategies of player A corresponding to those lines which pass through the minimax point helps in reducing the size of the game to a 2 by 2 game. Now, we will consider an example for m by 2 game, and we will solve this m by 2, that is, here the payoff matrix is of 4 by 2, and we will solve this game using graphical method. To use the graphical method, we calculate the B's expected payoff for A's pure strategy A1, A2, A3 and A4, and B's expected payoff are calculated as E1 Q1, E2 Q1, E3 Q1 and E4 Q1 respectively. Then we draw two vertical lines unit distance apart, and we draw the line segment for the expected payoffs of the player B for the pure strategies of the player A of the player A, and the player A uses the pure strategies A1, A2, A3 and A4, and figure shows that the shaded region in which the minimax point is the lowest point of the upper envelope, and this minimax point lies in the intersection of line segment A1 and A3. Therefore, the game now has been reduced to a 2 by 2 game, where A's pure strategies are A1 and A3, and B's pure strategies are B1 and B2. Now, since the game has again no saddle point, we will use the mixed strategies, and to determine the mixed strategies we consider the following equations. P 1 is the probability for selecting the move A 1 and P 3 is the probability for selecting the move A 3 of the player A, and similarly Q 1 is the probability for selecting the move B 1 and Q 2 is the probability for selecting the move B 2, where P 1 plus P 3 equal to 1 and Q 1 plus Q 2 is also equal to 1. And solving these system equations, we find the player A's optimal mix strategy as 1/3 0, 2/3 0, and player B's optimal mix strategy as 2/3 1/3, and the value of the game to the player A is V equal to 8/3. Now, we proceed to see how a game problem can be transformed into an LPP. In fact, every finite 2% zero sum game can be expressed as a linear programming problem, and conversely every linear programming problem can be represented as a 2% zero sum game. We consider here a game problem with the pure matrix Vij m by n. The maximizing player A has m mixed strategies with probabilities P 1, P 2 up to P m. The expected gain to A when minimizing player B chooses his jth course of action is obviously sigma Vij Pi, where I varies from 1 to up to m, and if minimum over j sigma Vij Pi I equal to 1 to up to m equal to V, then A expects to get at least V. Therefore, we can write sigma Vij Pi I equal to 1 to up to m is greater than equal to V for all j, and sigma Pi is equal to 1. Now, if we assume that V greater than 0 and set Pi by V is equal to capital Pi. If some elements of the pure matrix are non-negative, then we can add some constant sufficient to make all the elements non-negative, and in doing so there is no harm, because the revised pure matrix will give the same optimal strategy for the as similar to the original one. So, we assume that V is greater than 0 and we set Pi by V is equal to capital Pi, then the above constant can be written as V 1 j P 1 plus V 2 j P 2 plus dot 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 V m j P m is greater than equal to 1 for j equal to 1 to up to n, and P 1 plus P 2 plus P m equal to 1 by V, where P 1, P 2, P m all are non-negative. Now, the maximization of V is equivalent to minimization of 1 by V. Therefore, we can write minimize 1 by V is equal to P 1 plus P 2 plus dot 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 P m, and V 1 j P 1 plus V 2 j P 2 plus dot 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 V m j P m is greater than equal to 1 for j equal to 1 to up to n, with P 1 P 2 dot 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 P m are all greater than equal to 0. Similarly, for B, who will expect to minimize all the expected losses, we can write the problem in the form maximize 1 by V equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus dot 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 plus Qn, and V1I Q1 plus Vi1 Q1 plus Vi2 Q2 plus dot 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 plus Vin Qn is less than equal to 1 for I equal to 1 to up to m. Here we assume capital Qj is equal to small qj by V, and which is greater than equal to 0. It is easy to notice that problem 2 and problem 3, they are dual to one another. If I consider problem 2 as the primal one, problem 3 is its dual. So, if I can find the solution of one, then we can readily rate or get the solution of the other one. Problem 3 can be solved by usual simplex method, since the maximization problem, whereas problem 2 can be solved by using dual. Now, we will prove some important results related to game theory. This is called fundamental theorem or minimax theorem. If mixed strategies be allowed, then there always exists a value of the game, that is V lower bar equal to V upper bar. We consider a game problem which P of matrix is Vij, then this game problem can be transformed into an LPP like minimize 1 by V equal to P1 plus P2 plus dot 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 Pm, and the constraints V1j P1 plus V2j P2 plus dot 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 plus Vmj Pj is greater than equal to 1 for j equal to 1 to up to n. That means, there are m constraints with capital Pi equal to small pi v, which is greater than equal to 0 for all I. The dual problem corresponding to this LP problem is given by maximize 1 by V equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus dot 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 plus Qn subject to Vi1 Q1 plus Vi2 Q2 plus dot 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 Vin Qn is less than equal to 1 for I equal to 1 to up to m, with capital Qj equal to small qj by V, which are non-negative for all j. The constraints of A's problem can be written as shown in this slide. Now, if we assume that P1 dash equal to 1 by minimum of V11, V12 dot 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 up to V1n, and P2 dash equal to P3 dash equal to dot 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 up to Pm dash equal to 0, then we see that Pi dash is greater than equal to 0 for I equal to 1 to up to m, and P1 dash, P2 dash up to Pm dash satisfy the above inequalities. This means that there exists a feasible solution of the problem. Since the problem is a minimization problem and Pi dash are all greater than equal to 0, its value is always greater than equal to 0. So, the minimum value will be obtained when the value of the object function will be equal to 0. That means the problem for A has a finite optimal solution. Now, the duality theory asserts that if either the primal or the dual problem has a finite optimal solution, then the other problem has a finite optimal solution and the optimal values of the objective functions will be equal. Hence, the problem B has a finite optimal solution, as we have already proved that the problem for A has a finite optimal solution. Thus, we have proved that V lower bar is equal to V upper bar. From our discussion, we have come to know how can we transform a given game problem into an LPP. Now, we will show by an example how can we solve the transform LPP by simplex method. Let us now consider an example to find the solution of a game by simplex method. The pair matrix is given as shown in the slide. The maximizing player has 3 strategies A1, A2, A3, and the minimizing player has 3 strategies B1, B2, B3. And we can see that the game has no saddle point, minimax value is equal to 3 and maximin value equal to -2. That means, the value of the game lies between -2 and 3. So, there is a possibility that the value of the game can be 0 or negative. So, we add a constant 3 to all the elements of this pair matrix. Then the revised pair matrix is given in the first table of the slide, and since we have to consider the mixed strategies for the player A as well as for the player B, we assume probabilities P1, P2, P3 for the strategies A1, A2, A3 of the player A, and probabilities Q1, Q2, Q3 for the strategies B1, B2 and B3 respectively for the player B. And then the expected gain for the player can be obtained for PO strategies of the player B as given here: 6 P1 plus 4 P2 plus P3 greater than or equal to V, minus P1 minus 4 P2 plus 7 P3 greater than or equal to V, 5 P1 plus 0 P2 plus 10 P3 greater than or equal to V, where P1 plus P2 plus P3 equal to 1. The expected gain for the player A should be greater than or equal to the value of the game, because player A will try to maximize his gain as much as possible. Now, dividing the above constraints by V, these constraints reduces to the following constraints as shown in the lower part of the slides. And now, we formulate the game for the player A as minimize 1 by V equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3, assuming P 1 by V 1 as x 1, P 2 by V 2 as x 2 and P 3 by V as x 3, and subject to some constraints 6 x 1 plus 4 x 2 plus x 3 greater than equal to 1, minus x 1 minus 4 x 2 plus 7 x 3 greater than equal to 1, 5 x 1 plus 0 x 2 plus 10 x 3 greater than equal to 1, and x 1, x 2, x 3 are all non-negative. Similarly, for the player B, we can derive the problem as maximization type, maximize 1 by V equal to y 1 plus y 2 plus y 3, where y 1 equal to q 1 by V, y 2 equal to q 2 by V, and y 3 equal to q 3 by V. And we also get the constraints 6 y 1 minus y 2 plus 5 y 3 less than equal to 1, 4 y 1 minus 4 y 2 plus 0 y 3 less than equal to 1, y 1 plus 7 y 2 plus 10 y 3 less than equal to 1, where y 1, y 2, y 3 are all greater than equal to 0. Since the problem from the point of view of the player B is a maximization type problem, so it is easier to solve the problem by simplex method. For fitting this problem into simplex table, we introduce 3 slack variables y 4, y 5 and y 6, and then the problem can be reduced in standard form as shown in the slide. And we also get the first iteration in simplex table, where A 4, A 5, A 6 are the basic vectors, and corresponding y 4, y 5 and y 6 are the basic variables. From the values of z j minus c j, we see that the optimality condition is not satisfied, since some values of z j minus c j are negative. And since there are 3 negative values, equal values minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 for z 1 minus c 1, z 2 minus c 2 and z 3 minus c 3, we choose arbitrarily z 1 minus c 1 and the corresponding column A 1, column vector A 1 as the entering vector, and from the Mini ratio we determine the outgoing vector as A 4. The next iteration shows that optimality condition is still not satisfied, since z j minus c j are not all greater than equal to 0 for all j, and the most negative value of z j minus c j is minus 7 by 6. Obviously, A 2 will be the next entering vector, and since the 2 component of this entering vector are negative and only one component is positive, which corresponds to the vector A 6, obviously A 6 will be the outgoing vector. And then in the next iteration we find that z j minus c j is greater than equal to 0 for all j. That means the optimality condition has been satisfied. And from the last iteration of the simplex table, we can find the solution as y 1 equal to 8 by 43 and y 2 equal to 5 by 43 and y 3 equal to 0, since it is not the basic variable, and the V, value of the game V is equal to 43 by 13. And then easily we can find the values of Q1, Q2 and Q3, which are 8 by 13, 5 by 13 and 0. So, player B's optimal strategy is thus 8 by 13, 5 by 13 and 0. Then the optimal results for player A can be directly obtained from the table. We can get the values of x1, x2 and x3 from the last iteration corresponding to the zj minus cj values under the column A4, A5 and A6. So, we get the solution or optimal mixed strategies for the player A as 6 by 13, 0 and 7 by 13 after finding the values of P1, P2, P3 using the values of x1, x2, x3 and V. Let us summarize the methods for solving a game problem. If the game has a saddle point, then we can find the PO strategies. If the game has no saddle point, then we can apply dominance principle to reduce the game to a 2 by 2 game or some other form. If the game is of 2 by 2 form, then we can apply mixed strategies to find the solution. If the game is of the form 2 by n or m by 2, we can apply graphical method for finding solution of the game. If the game is of the form m by n, one can apply simplex method to find the solution of the game after transforming the game into an LPP. With this, we conclude this chapter as well as we conclude this module.